Alright, so it says here that sources say the agreement will not allow the NSA to view users' searches, oh that's good, or access email accounts. That's also good. But the deal has angered some members of the online community. Alright, now, if this is really true, then we don't have a reason to be angry at them. But with things like the bill that just passed recently that said that anybody could be declared hostile anywhere for any reason, and that would be declared a battlefield, and therefore they could classify you as a terrorist. It's part of the National Terrorist Act against terrorism, obviously. But if they classify you as a terrorist because of this, then we're going to use this on the internet here and show them that they can't do that. Now, I don't know if this is completely official or not. I haven't seen any of the write-ups. Maybe I'll try and find some of the written agreement between Google and the NSA. That would be a lot more informative than this website. So bear with me here, and we'll see what we can all figure out. The Electronic Privacy Information Center, a public research center based in Washington, has filed a Freedom of Information request seeking details of the agency's relationship with Google. Okay, that's pretty much what I just asked about, right? And let me read it again just to make sure. Has filed a Freedom of Information request seeking details of the agency's relationship with Google. Okay, good. Good, that is what I just said. And I didn't read that just before that. I came up with that on my own before that even happened. But Google and NSA are entering into a secret agreement that could impact the privacy of millions of Google's products and services around the world. The center's executive director, Mark Rottenberg, told New York Times. Okay, now, if this is a secret agreement, that means that we will not be able to see what the Electronic Privacy Information Center is trying to achieve. We won't be able to see it. They might be able to, but we won't. Unless the Electronic Privacy Information Center violates some sort of code, I'm sure, that they have in place, and tells us. This does not bode well for the internet community. It very much so does not bode well. Let's keep reading here and see what else we can gather from this. Sam Diaz, blogger and senior editor of ZDNet, a technology website, said he felt squeamish about the possibility of information sharing between Google and the government, and was skeptical about the NSA's ability to help protect the company's infrastructure. Alright. You know, if Google was that close with the NSA, which they are, I mean they are, I would feel squeamish too, and I do kind of. You know, ultimately this government controls one of the biggest search engines ever. And that means that if they decide later on to pass a law that says we can go ahead and do this, we have the right to impede on other users' information through Google or any other means necessary, maybe even, then they'll be able to access whatever information that they want. I think it was very unwise for Google to go to the NSA. I think it was very unwise. Let's keep reading. I mean, no disrespect to my country or my government, but I have to ask, in Washington, really the best choice if you're looking for help with something as serious as cybersecurity, he wrote. Is Washington really the best choice if you're looking for help with something as serious as a cybersecurity? Okay. I really don't think so. If you're looking for help with cybersecurity, then you need to hire more programmers and hackers that can find out where this internet security breach is coming from, based in what you said was China up there. And ultimately, you need to divvy up the pay that everybody gets from Google, at Google, to more people that can take care of the site. It's obvious that this question right here is proving that Google is just too small. It can't be handled by the amount of people that are at Google. Alright. After all, I wouldn't exactly place any Washington agency at the cutting edge when it comes to fighting what we referred to as one of the most sophisticated cyber attacks experts had ever seen. Okay, now, this is kind of where I disagree with what I just said, because the NSA has brilliant minds working for them. They do. They have some of the most genius minds with mathematics, pattern recognition, and numbers in existence. So, really, when it comes to fighting for as one of the most sophisticated cyber attacks that experts have ever seen, okay, well, if the experts have seen this kind of cyber attack and they are not doing anything about it, then who else do you turn to? You have to turn to somebody smarter, somebody that can do more, somebody that can ultimately take care of the situation. And that would be the NSA, as Google saw fit. Andrew Beale, writing in Marketing Pilgrim, said, Big Brother just partnered with Big Brother. Oh. And he's right. He's definitely right. As I was just saying earlier, Google is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, search engine. And it's partnering with the biggest business in our country, besides pornography. And maybe Walmart, but I'm not going to count Walmart because I don't know the statistics. But I know for a fact pornography probably makes either close to or more than the government does in a year. But that brings to a point, is pornography taxed? Maybe. I don't know. If every one of those workers is paid by a fucking check, then yeah, of course it's taxed. But let's just keep looking at this, because we're getting off subject here, and that's not where I want to go.